Now, today is about doing tapping and transforming your relationship with money. We're going to specifically dive in, and I'm going to do some really specific exercises that will really help to reveal what your blocks are to money. Because you know that if you're not getting the results with the money that you want, or if you're not at least making progress in the right direction, then there is something blocking within you. It's nothing to do with the external circumstances, none of that. It's all about whatever is going on inside of you, because your internal world reflects your external world reflects your internal world. So whatever is going on in here, it's not out there. You've got to go inside to see what is going on in here. And that's what we're going to examine today. Now, if you've been on one of these tap and talks before, then you know that we are doing this. So the entire time that you are with me, whether you are watching live or whether you are watching the replay, I am going to be doing whatever this thing is, okay? And if you are new to this channel and if you're watching this right now going, what the hell? This girl's weird. She's off a rocker. If you don't know what tapping is, it is such a powerful transformational tool, and I am determined to get as many people around the world as possible tapping, so I can help to transform their lives, or they can transform their lives. And in turn, once you transform your life, you do realize that you are then transforming the world. You really are. The more your vibration shifts, the more you are connected and doing what it is that you love, what you're passionate about, and you're being wealthy AF and you're making a difference in the world, guess what? You liberate other people at the same time. It's like this, it's self-fulfilling prophecies work in like both ways. So this is why I am so passionate about helping you to get unstuck financially and live your best life. So we're going to examine some really common blocks to wealth, to money today, limiting decisions that you may have made that you don't even realize that you've made, because they have been kind of sneakily conditioned into your psychology just through your environment, through unspoken conversations, even through the ways that you were influenced about money, about wealthy people within your environment growing up, the experiences that you've had financially. Because once you've made a limiting decision, but keep tapping with me, by the way, once you've made a limiting decision about something, you will keep reinforcing it by continuing to create circumstances and witness things in your life that just reinforce that belief. This is the way it works. It's like, you know how your social media news feed is actually what's the word they do? Anyway, it's the news feed actually is just the algorithm. I'm sorry, I'm losing my words. But the algorithm is specifically showing you what you want to see. So it's orchestrated. It's deliberately created to keep you on the platform. So it understands your habits, it understands your preferences, it learns you very, very quickly. It knows who you are, it knows what you like, it knows what to keep showing you to keep you on the platform. And your brain actually kind of works the same way. However your brain is wired, whatever it is that you believe, you have something called the reticular activating system. And the reticular activating system actually observes the world and all the billions and billions and billions, if not trillions, of pieces of information that are constantly sort of being fed to you. But the reticular activating system filters out what is not in alignment with your belief systems and with your value systems, with who you believe you are, with what you want to see, and it looks for evidence to actually continue to prove what you believe, what your values are. So your reticular activating system kind of works like a social media algorithm. So if you think of it that way and you understand that the evidence that you are seeing is you are only seeing it because it's backing up your beliefs. Not all the time, but most of the time. Your perception, everything is perception, everything is a story. So now, if you don't want to do this the whole time that we are together, because I know that this can be like, oh, my arms are getting tired and I look weird because I'm sitting on the bus right now. You can do this. So this is a great technique that I actually picked up from Dr. Steve Wells. If you know him, he's a lovely Australian man who is I learned a lot from him doing his tapping courses, a psychologist actually. And you can just tap on the ends of the fingers like this, and you can do this anywhere. It's very cool. So it's not as powerful, I think, as doing this, but it still works on releasing with the central nervous system. So I hope you are ready to do some exercises. I'm going to take you through some exercises while you are tapping, right? So the first thing I'm going to do is get you to take a deep breath. Close your eyes. Take a really deep breath in and release it. Take another really deep breath in and let it out. Being fully present right here, right now. Stop being distracted. Stop scrolling on your other stuff on your phone. Stop flicking through the tabs on your computer. I know, I do it too, or I have done it. This is important. Okay, so I want you to drop into your heart space and draw a big circle out in front of you. Just see a big circle out in front of you. Now, in that circle, I want you to put your bank account. Now, your bank account, you can see it as numbers on a screen. You can see it as a pile of money. You can see it, whatever representation, image and representation comes up for you, go with that. Okay. So just as long as it represents your bank account. Now, as you're looking at your bank account in that circle, how does it make you feel? Does it make you feel excited and joyful and happy? You've got all this money and you can't wait to go and spend it, invest it, give it away, contribute to great causes? Or is there a sinking feeling in your stomach? Is there a feeling of disappointment, anger, sadness, frustration, confusion, guilt, shame? Could be a whole lot of feelings coming up because money is a highly emotionally charged topic. So just keep focusing on your bank account. Do not deny these feelings. Just allow them to bubble up. Allow all of those feelings to just bubble up. And just feel them. Each feeling, acknowledge the feeling. So if you're feeling guilt or shame, acknowledge it and keep tapping. So what I'm going to do is you're going to vocalize after me. And I'm going to say, I destroy, uncreate, and delete this feeling of, and you're just going to slot in the feeling, whatever's coming up for you. So I destroy, uncreate, and delete this feeling of. 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 Okay, so you can drop off this feeling of, and we're just going to go, I destroy, uncreate, and delete this. You can bring in other feelings, by the way. I destroy, uncreate, and delete this. I destroy, uncreate, and delete this. I destroy, uncreate, and delete this. Okay, so I'm going to put in some words. You can use the words that I use, or you can substitute your own words. Okay, so I destroy, uncreate, and delete this fear. I destroy, uncreate, and delete this anxiety. I destroy, uncreate, and delete this stress. I destroy, uncreate, and delete this disappointment. I destroy, uncreate, and delete this anger. I destroy, uncreate, and delete this helplessness. I destroy, uncreate, and delete this hopelessness. I destroy, uncreate, and delete this sadness. I destroy, uncreate, and delete this guilt. I destroy, uncreate, and delete this shame. I destroy, uncreate, and delete this disappointment. I destroy, uncreate, and delete this powerlessness. I destroy, uncreate, and delete this frustration. I destroy, uncreate, and delete this despair. I destroy, uncreate, and delete this anger. I destroy, uncreate, and delete this anxiety and stress. Okay, now you can continue this exercise after we finish the tapping today, by the way. So now that you know the exercise, you can use this for anything, right? So what we're going to do next is, if you came in a little late, then and you're watching live, then what we're doing is you draw a circle in front of you, and we are putting certain things in that circle. We are feeling into the feelings that come up, and then we are tapping on those feelings. So that's the whole point of this exercise, is to actually uncover what the block is between your relationship with money, so you can change your results with money. Because once you change your relationship, you change your results. And if you can identify those negative feelings that are causing your continued negative results, then you can flip them. So let's do a quick positive tapping, and just repeat after me. I choose to feel hopeful about my bank account. I choose to see possibilities for making a lot more money. I choose to do things that will help me make more money. I choose to take action to increase my bank account. I love my bank account. I love my bank account. My bank account is a place where money can build and grow. There is no limit to how big my bank account can get. My bank account holds endless opportunities for growth and expansion. I love that my bank account holds so many possibilities. I love that my bank account is waiting for me to fill it up. I love that my bank account gives me a place to put all the money that I'm going to be making. As I receive more and more money, offering value to the world, doing what I love. Okay, so you can go back and do think about more positive things that you can tap on about your bank account, and you can tap those in at a later date. But we have a fair bit to move through today. So the next thing I'm going to do is move on to your bills. So if you have any unpaid bills, if you have a stack of bills that are piling up, if you've had bills come in recently that have like, oh my goodness, bill shock. We've all experienced that to a certain extent, unless you were, born into privilege and wealth. And I dare say that if you are here, then I don't think that's you. So think about your bills. Close your eyes. Put them in the circle. How they make you feel. All this is so relevant. So just repeat after me. I destroy, uncreate, and delete all these negative feelings. You can, if you've identified the feelings, then I highly recommend that you slot in what those feelings are, because that is actually more powerful. But I'm just going to say these negative feelings because I don't know what your feelings specifically are. I destroy, uncreate, and delete these negative feelings. I destroy, uncreate, and delete these uncomfortable feelings. I destroy, uncreate, and delete this judgment. I destroy, uncreate, and delete these negative feelings. I destroy, uncreate, and delete this condemnation. I destroy, uncreate, and delete this anxiety and stress. I destroy, uncreate, and delete all these negative feelings. I destroy, uncreate, and delete feeling powerless, helpless, hopeless, frustrated. I destroy, uncreate, and delete all these negative feelings. I destroy, uncreate, and delete these negative feelings about my bills. Okay, now we're going to quickly do a round on what those bills really are. They're just numbers. They're just numbers. Your reaction to those numbers is your perception and your story around those numbers. Your bills are just pieces of paper with numbers on them. That's all they are. But the story you've attached to those is what causes the negative feelings, right? So just repeat after me. They're just bills. They're not going to rise up and eat me. My bills are not an existential threat. My bills are just bills. They're pieces of paper with money on them. I choose to relax and get creative about how I'm going to make lots of money to get all these bills paid. I choose to see my bills as opportunities to inspire me to make more money. These bills don't define me. These bills say nothing about me. They're just bills. So I'm going to let go of the stories. And I'm going to choose to get creative, to make more money, to allow more money into my life so I can pay these bills. Okay, you can expand on that later again and find lots of creative ways to tap into a positive feeling about your bills, because your bills, you are paying for some sort of service or something that you purchased. So, hey, think about all the enjoyment you got out of using the electricity or the phone or buying those things that you wanted or needed, or the water bill that you get to turn on the tap every day and drink great water, or the medical bill because you got great medical treatment, hopefully at the medical facility for whatever it is that was ailing you, because without that treatment, where would you be now? So see them as positive. The more you condemn and judge your bills, there's actually a great exercise that I got from Rhonda Byrne, who is the lady who made The Secret. And was it Rhonda Byrne or was it? I can't remember now. Too many books, too many people. It might have been Abraham. Anyway, great exercise. You might know that you get your bills and you say, "Thank you, universe, for all the money to pay this bill on time. All this money to pay this bill by the due date. Thank you, universe, for showing me how to pay this bill." Just something that says, "Thank you, universe, for helping me pay this bill easily, effortlessly, and by this due date." And then sit with that for a few seconds and do that on all your bills and then put them aside. Stop stressing about them. The more you stress about them, the more you're going to get bills to stress about. And this is a way, it's like, how I said the self-fulfilling prophecy works the same both ways. It's a self-fulfilling doom loop. The more you stress about this stuff, the more you get to stress about, the more your bills are going to go up, the more the bills are going to keep coming in, the less money you're going to have to pay them. This is why, and forgive me, it's not I'm paraphrasing, but there is a phrase within the Bible that says, "To he who has much more will be given, and to he who has little will be given less." And it's like, wait a minute, that's really unfair. That doesn't work. What the? But it just means that when you're in that wealth consciousness mindset and abundance mindset, it is a self-fulfilling prophecy. When you're in a lack and poverty consciousness and you have all these feelings and emotions that are your guidance system and your signal to the universe. So if you're stressed, that is the signal that you're sending out to the universe. And it's not a distress beacon to say, "Come and save me." It's just recreating the same thing. You cannot send out one frequency and receive another. That is not the way the law of attraction or these laws that we exist in work. You send out one frequency, it will return to you. That's why we do tapping, because you actually calm down the central nervous system. You release your emotional attachment. You are able to tap out the old wiring with the negative beliefs and the negative emotions, and you are able to tap in new wiring, new neurological pathways that help you to create new experiences. And that's why I'm doing more and more tapping, because I'm hoping that you will do more tapping with me, because the more tapping you do, the better your life gets. Okay. I've got 3 more that I want to do, and we're already 25 minutes in. So this is going to be a bit of a long one, but it'll be worth it. So the next, I want you to put in the circle in any debt that you have. So any loans that you have, or it's not your bills per se, it's your debt that you have acquired and accumulated. Just put that in the circle. Notice how you feel about the debt, any emotions that are coming up, and repeat after me. I destroy, uncreate, and delete these negative feelings about my debt. I destroy, uncreate, and delete these negative emotions about my debt. I destroy, uncreate, and delete these judgments about my debt. I destroy, uncreate, and delete these judgments about myself about my debt. I destroy, uncreate, and delete all negative beliefs about my debt. I destroy, uncreate, and delete these negative beliefs and feelings about my debt. I destroy, uncreate, and delete these feelings about my debt. I destroy, uncreate, and delete these feelings about myself about my debt. I destroy, uncreate, and delete these judgments and criticisms. I destroy, uncreate, and delete these negative feelings about my debt. I destroy, uncreate, and delete these negative feelings about my debt. Now, whatever your feelings are, your emotions, they are simply the product of the story you're telling yourself. As I said a few minutes ago, I'm going to repeat it. Everything is a story, everything is a perception. Every feeling you have is because of the story and the perception and your thoughts about a thing. So, a situation can occur, one person can feel elated because that thing occurs, another person can feel sad. How can the same event make somebody sad and somebody happy? Because those two people have completely different perceptions about an event. Let's take something, for instance, that's really easy to relate to, and that is a sporting event. So you have a sporting team, say, maybe it's a football team, or a baseball team, or if you like tennis like me, there's a tennis person, there's a tennis match, and there's one team or one person who you want to win, and you're all emotionally invested in this team or this person winning. And maybe you go to the match and you're there live, and every time they score, you're screaming because you're extremely happy. And then if your team wins, woohoo, it's down to the pub. What we call a piss up in Australia. It's time to celebrate. You're all happy. Hours and hours. You and your mates are all high fiving. You're all happy because your team just won. What about the people who are barracking for the other team or the other person? Or what about the teams who are actually on the field or the competitors who are on the court? One person goes off, yay, on. The other person's like, oh, I'm such a loser. Well, hopefully not. Hopefully they've got better psychology than that. But do you see, same event? And that's just one event. There are so many other things that happen in our lives. It depends on the story that you tell yourself as to how you respond. You can either respond to life or you can go through life reacting. One is shaping your life. The other one is living your life by default. You are at the mercy of everything that happens to you. Don't be the person who's at the mercy of everything that happens to you. The person who loses the match, yeah, bummed, man. Bummed. But hey, it's a learning opportunity. You go back, you review the match or you review the game. Where can we improve so we win next time? See, every loss, every failure is feedback for you to go, huh, okay, that didn't work. Wonder why. Let's analyze this. Let's break it down. Let's do better next time. Because you are either living your life in contraction or you're living your life in expansion. Your choice, you choose. Now, you know what contraction is. Contraction is living your life based on fear, stress, anxiety. You're constantly worried about everything. You're not actually taking opportunities and living life to expand. You're in this contracted state. You're living life making decisions based on fear, based on negative consequences, based on negative judgments about yourself, about the world. It's not safe. Or you are making decisions based from opportunity, from possibility. You are living life in an expanded state. You are living life going, you know what, this might work out, but I'm going to give it a crack. And if it doesn't work out, I will pick myself up, I will dust myself off, and I will find out why it didn't work, and I will try again and try again and try again and try again. Failure is just feedback, man. So, are you choosing to live your life in a state of expansion or in a state of contraction? Where are your decisions and what is leading the way in your decision making? And the choices that you make every day and the actions that you take every day. Are you playing to win or are you playing not to lose? Because if you play not to lose, you've already lost. So, all right, 2 more to go. I want you now to put rich people in the circle. So, however that looks for you, a representation, close your eyes, an image, a representation of rich people. Now, what comes up for you? You might have some positive stuff. Weed out the negative stuff. Rich people are. Okay, repeat after me. I destroy, uncreate, and delete all these negative judgments about rich people. I destroy, uncreate, and delete all these judgments about rich people. I destroy, uncreate, and delete all these judgments about rich people. I destroy, uncreate, and delete all these negative judgments about rich people. If you don't have any, by the way, go you. I destroy, uncreate, and delete all these negative feelings about rich people. I destroy, uncreate, and delete all these negative feelings about rich people. I destroy, uncreate, and delete all these negative judgments about rich people. I destroy, uncreate, and delete all these negative judgments about rich people. I destroy, uncreate, and delete all these negative judgments about rich people. I destroy, uncreate, and delete all these negative judgments and negative feelings about rich people. Okay, now I'm just going to randomly do some tapping on some positive things. What you want to do is any negative judgments or negative feelings that you have identified, you want to go back and you want to look at what is the opposite of that. So, rich people are greedy and selfish. Rich people are thoughtful, kind, and generous. And then you want to look for evidence of that to reinforce that, because there will be evidence of both. I'm not saying that there aren't rich people out there who aren't mean and greedy and petulant and petty and judgmental and racist. And yeah, of course there are. But there are both ends of the spectrum. There's not just one. There's both ends of the spectrum in everything. So let's choose some opposite things. And the thing is, again, it's your reticular activating system. Once you start to make different decisions, you will see evidence that aligns and reinforces those different decisions internally. So, rich people are kind. Rich people are generous. Rich people are happy. Rich people are thoughtful. Rich people support worthy causes. Rich people are very giving. Rich people use their wealth to make a positive difference in the world. Rich people do good things with money. Rich people look after others. Rich people are a necessary part of our society to build hospitals and schools and necessary infrastructure to employ people. Okay, I think you get the drift. We'll be here all day if I keep going. So, oh, by the way, one other thing. If you want to really explore how you might be judgmental and triggered about rich people, I recommend you go and watch a documentary called Born Rich. It was actually made in 2003, and it was a young man who was inheriting the fortune of the Johnson and Johnson company. Now, he's done nothing for that money, and he said that openly. I've done nothing for this money. I'm inheriting hundreds of millions, I don't know, maybe even billions of dollars, he didn't say, but he's actually inheriting this empire, and he's done nothing for it. He's just living off the backs of, and he was fortunate enough to be born into this dynasty. And he, for various reasons, you can go and watch the documentary, it's on YouTube. He went and interviewed some very reluctant friends of his initially. He interviewed them about being born rich because, of course, the rich, their entire circle is normally rich people. So, and if you want to find out what it's like to be triggered by these kids, and look, some of them were very nice kids, but if you've got negative judgments about rich and wealthy people, that will trigger those feelings, let me tell you. So, and once you get that out, once you write out those feelings, tap them out. Will there be evidence that reinforces those decisions that you have made, those limiting decisions? Absolutely. But if you allow those limiting decisions to define your relationship with money, and you're refusing to be rich because you don't want to be like them, then you are just falling for the trap. You're falling for the trap. It's a big trap because money amplifies. And if you don't want to be like that, then don't be like that. Be kind, be generous, make contributions. Money does amazing good things in the world. Money is a good tool for doing great things, for saving lives, for ending suffering when it's used in the right way. But if good people like you are refusing to have a rich relationship with money, then guess what? You're not being a part of the solution. Be a part of the solution. Be wealthy AF. Make it your responsibility to be wealthy AF. so you can amplify and do good things in the world and counter some of the bad shit that goes on in the world that is basically caused by narcissistic psychopaths who are very, very rich. But they're not all like that. Okay, so last one. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to put your money goal, big money goal, put it in the circle. Notice what feelings come up for you. Do you feel empowered? Do you feel disempowered? These are states of being. Notice if there's any barrier in between you and that money goal. Is there anything blocking you from your money goal that you can see? If there is a barrier, just ask your subconscious to reveal on that barrier what's causing and creating the barrier. So say, for instance, if you see a wall, tune into the subconscious and actually command it to reveal on the wall what the stories, the beliefs, the judgments, the emotions, the fears, the doubts are on that wall. Then what do? You tap on every single one of those. Like I said, we are already for over 40 minutes already. So I'm not going to, I'm going to encourage you to come back and pause this video and continue to do these exercises. But for now, because you've been tapping if you've been tapping with me the whole time, you've been tapping for 40 minutes, you've been doing some serious shifting. So just repeat after me. Keep focused on the money goal that's in the circle. Even though I have my doubts about this money goal, I love who I am right now. I have serious doubts about this money goal. I have all these fears. I have all these limiting beliefs. I really don't believe it's possible. It just feels like it's an impossible dream. Feels too hard. I feel disappointed when I look at this money goal. I feel sad. I feel helpless. I'm consumed with how. I cannot see how I can attract or make this much money. It just feels beyond me. All these negative feelings about this money goal. All these negative beliefs about this money goal. I destroy, uncreate, and delete all these negative feelings about this money goal. I destroy, uncreate, and delete all these negative beliefs about this money goal. I destroy, uncreate, and delete all these negative emotions about this money goal. I destroy, uncreate, and delete feeling bad about this money goal. I destroy, uncreate, and delete feeling disempowered about this money goal. I destroy, uncreate, and delete all these stories about this money goal. I destroy, uncreate, and delete all my fears about this money goal. I destroy, uncreate, and delete the story that I'm not good enough to achieve this money goal. Okay, now we're going to move on to some positive stuff about this money goal. I choose to feel excited about this money goal. even though I don't know how. I choose to be open to all the possibilities. I choose to tap into the infinite abundance that is all around me. I choose to trust I am fully supported to achieve this money goal. I choose to stay focused and positive about this money goal. I choose to know that God has my back. I choose to know I'm fully supported in achieving my goals. I choose to know I am worthy. I choose to know I do deserve it. I choose to know there's a gazillion ways this money could come to me. I choose to know anything is possible. I choose to see all the opportunities and possibilities for me to be able to achieve this money goal. I'm excited about achieving this money goal. And I'm excited about the journey that's going to get me there. Okay, you can stop tapping, deep breath, and let it out. Okay, so you've just done about 45 minutes of tapping. How do you feel? Now, there is so much more depth in this exercise, and you could put anything in that circle. Seriously, anything that you feel will help to uncover your blocks so you can create a new relationship with money, because the only thing that is standing in between you and your wealth is the limiting decisions, the fears, the doubts, and all those things that, if you are denying those things, or if you aren't acknowledging those things and you're not working on those things, then it's going to be almost impossible for you to achieve your financial results and get out of this stuck loop that you're in around money, wealth, and abundance. So I keep encouraging you to just keep tapping, keep doing the internal work. Remember, whatever your results are, they are a direct reflection of whatever is going on in here and in here, right? Your subconscious mind. So now, if you want a resource that I have just recently created that has, it actually lists 600 common blocks around money, wealth, rich people, success, business, and self judgment and self criticism. So that is a free resource that I have put together for you. And there's all instructions on how to use that. If you want that, then the link is in the description, or you can type money blocks in the chat in the comments, and I will send you the link to download that. And that is another thing that you can explore to start changing your relationship and your results with money. And of course, if you want to work with me personally to really fast results, then reach out to me, because I've got some spectacular ways that I can help you to get from where you are to where you want to be a lot faster. So if that interests you, then reach out to me. You can put something in the chat that you want to work with me, or reach out to me on my email if you're on my email list. Love you loads. I will see you on the next tap and talk in a couple of days. Mwah. Love your work. Go out, be wealthy, do amazing things, because you are amazing. Ciao for now.